Hey everyone, Justin here. So, if you haven't seen my last video explaining why I'm going to be doing more vlogging and live streams, go check that out. Link will be in the description. So, it's always discouraging when you are basically told you can't work for an extended period of time. But thankfully there are two apps that give me a little bit of hope in this trying time. Getupside and Atlas Earth. Now, before I continue, I do want to emphasize that this is not financial advice, and this is just something I'm choosing to do. If you follow suit, just do it at your own risk. But anyway, these two apps are been a major MVP in my investing journey, even when I was, not injured and working. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Getupside. This one's going to be the easiest to explain, so here we go. So Getupside is an app that pays you money for fueling up and even shopping at certain convenience stores and grocery stores. I'm going to put a link in my I'm going to put a recruitment link in the description of this video so you guys can get it yourself. I hope you will. And just to show you guys this is legit, here is what I've made since August of 2019. So it's not obviously not anything close to a part-time job, but it certainly helps. So Jeff, definitely check that out. I'm still using it even while I'm injured. And then the other app, and this one's going to be the basically the main talking point in this video, and that's Atlas Earth. So what is Atlas Earth? So Atlas Earth is a virtual real estate game for mobile devices, and it functions a lot like Pokemon Go in the sense that it tracks your real location, and except this time you buy real estate. And different parcels have different values, and then you can watch an ad and boost your rent for an hour. Now, something I just learned is that you can actually stack the rent boost up 5 times. I thought I had to keep playing it, get it for an hour, and then keep watching an ad every hour. You don't have to do that. You can stack the ads, which is very helpful before you go to sleep. So the two images on your screen right now, one is how much I've made playing the game since March of 2024, and then the one on the right is my passport. Now, passport, you can buy badges and different locations, and they will increase your rent boost. So, as you can see, there's different boost levels. I think the max rent boost is 25, but it's very helpful and it's actually really fun to do. Like when I went over to Europe last in September, it was really cool to just say like, "Hey, I've got property in Finland, Sweden, Denmark, and England." Now, I will also tell you for international travel that the boosts will be different. Um, like for example, when I was in Sweden and Denmark, even though my my property level was still the same, it was only a times two rent boost. When I went to Hong Kong, Thailand, Japan, and the Philippines, it was like a times 10 booster. But unfortunately, when I was in those countries, Atlas Earth had not expanded to those markets yet. So let me go ahead and talk about Atlas Earth a little bit, how I discovered it. So there was another virtual real estate game that I had tried, and I think it just fell to the wayside. It was called Upland. Now, Upland, I personally found way too confusing to play, and the problem is it was based off of NFTs, for those who remember those days, and the crypto boom. I, like I said, it was too confusing to play, and it just didn't seem worth it, so I just stopped playing it. In fact, I don't even really think anyone plays it anymore. But Atlas Earth, I decided to give it a try. I tried it out, I was kind of like, it's okay, I guess. And I didn't really think anything of it. But then I decided, hey, you know what? Let's go back, give it a try. And you know what? It was a lot of fun to do, and it was actually generating money. Now, I am going to warn you that when you first start the game, it is a very tedious process. Like you'll have to watch a lot of ads. This next thing I'm going to show you on the screen, you can watch ads every 20 minutes and gain some Atlas bucks. Now, with me being out of commission, I've been able to get a new property, I'd say every day and a half. Like if I'm really like in there, like, just hitting that thing every 20 minutes. But so, like I said, it's a tedious process if you don't want to spend money. And also, I want to make this clear: this is not a part-time job. Like even the top players who've made tens of thousands of dollars, like who would have thought you could make tens of thousands of dollars playing this game? First of all, I'm pretty sure those guys actually spent real money to get a lot of properties. But, I'm sure they probably reinvested their Atlas bucks back into the game. Now, how exactly are these helping me out with goals? Now, I'm going to do a separate video talking about investing, but basically what I do is when I cash out, I transfer it to my brokerage account, and then I use that money to buy stocks. So, like Atlas Earth, the minimum cash out is $5. So what I do is basically I turn that take that $5 and put it into a stock or an ETF that I think is gonna, grow over time or at least generate money that will help me buy more cash generating assets. And yeah, these are the absolute MVPs. So I've called this year my training arc, and I can talk about that a little more in a future video. But basically, by November, when I go to Japan, I want to have 500 parcels of land. As of the recording of this video, I have 215 parcels of land. So I think I can get there. I just got to stay disciplined and stay in there, and I think it can be done. So I've really enjoyed Atlas Earth. It's a fun game. Getupside has been an absolute MVP as well. Um, but like I said, go ahead and use that recruitment link for Getupside to get a little bit extra when you use the app. And it also helps me out too. And Atlas Earth, if you decide to play it, I really hope you have as much fun with it as I'm having. Uh, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you'll join me on this new journey of mine.